Welcome to a special edition of Lights Camera Author. I'm your host, Jim Juno. Back in 2022, my guest joined us to talk about her wonderful book, Shari Lewis and Lamb Chop, the team that changed children's television. Today, she returns with something just as special, a brand new documentary about her legendary mother set to premiere this July. Mallory Lewis, daughter of the iconic Shari Lewis, is here once again, joined of course by her sister, Lamb Chop, to talk about the new film Shari and Lamb Chop. Let's go to the interview. Mallory Lewis, you're back here on Lights Camera Author from first appearance was in 2022 with Nat Sagaloff rather, and that was for the book Shari Lewis and Lamb Chop. But now there is a movie making the rounds, and if you've been on YouTube, you've seen the trailer. It's called Shari and Lamb Chop.
Yes,
And
Lamb Chop objects. She thinks it should have been Lamb Chop and Sherry. But
I tell you, I tell you, we got to talk about this because this is something which I really want to see. But it's making the rounds in the festivals, correct?
it has just completed its festival dance card, I would say. And it hits theaters in New York City on July 18th and then rolls out across the country.
Oh my goodness! So how was it? How hard was it bringing? Was the book the basis for the movie?
No, My Mom's Life was the basis for the book and the movie.
Okay, so so let me ask you, how hard was it bringing Sherry, your mother, back to the screen?
Luckily, the difficulties had to do with personalities and business, not with anything creative. Mom, we had hundreds of hours of beautifully lit footage of Mom, and our director was wonderful. Absolutely adore her, Lisa Doppolito. She was the director of Love Gilda as well.
Yeah,
So the making of the movie wasn't difficult as usual. Business takes its own sweet time, particularly when you throw in a pandemic.
that's true. Yes, indeed. And now, how has the book been? I mean, the book sold really well when it first came
Yeah,
out in 2022. People still love to talk about your mother and Lamb Chop.
they do. That's why we have 500,000 followers on social media. We
I
have
yeah.
300,000 followers on TikTok, about 150 on Instagram, and another 50 or so spread amongst the smaller ones. So if you want to see Lamb Chop on a daily basis being amusing and rather political, you can find her on TikTok and Instagram.
Just for everybody to know, you're coming to us today from
From Portugal.
Portugal.
Yeah.
Portugal. If I may ask, are you on vacation in Portugal or
No,
is
we have moved to Portugal.
Oh, you have moved to Portugal. Okay.
Yep.
So, but you still tour with Lamb Chop and
Not really anymore.
oh,
I mean,
really? Okay.
it's too hard to do from here. So I may do another mini tour after the midterms. We'll see how they go. But I'm not setting foot in the States until the midterms have have shown me the mettle of the public.
I was saying the same thing last night. I was like in 2026.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. And but I tell you, but you
Well, then we're going for our European citizenship, our Portuguese citizenship. It's a wonderful country. The government is sane and believes in taking care of its children and old people. What a shocking concept.
oh my gosh.
Food is unbelievable. And Lamb Chop is actually making regular appearances at our local jazz club. Um,
Really? Now,
yeah, so I am a believer that to he who little is given, little is expected. To he who a lot is given, a lot is expected. And I've been given a lot, so I've organized a local charity group, and Lamb Chop and I MC sort of a quarterly uh, charitable event at the jazz club.
oh, okay. What is the charity? Who benefits?
It's called Osukulo, at least the last one was, and it's a group that takes underprivileged kids down to the beach and shows them a good time.
Oh, that's
So,
wonderful.
yeah, following in my mom's footsteps, it is important to take care of the children.
I was just going to say, I think your mom would be very proud if, if she knew you were doing that. And she probably does. You have, I gotta ask you this. You've been voicing Lamb Chop for, was it since 1998 or 2009?
1998.
1998, so that's almost 30 years.
Yeah.
2027, if my math is correct. And
Mhm. Pretty
you're,
amazing.
it is. I mean, and your mother voiced her for 32 years.
Hmm.
So you're her
I
sister,
Mom
then.
worked
Oh,
here for longer than that, I think. Mom started Lamb Chop was 1956. Mom died in 99. So that would be 43 years.
for 50. You're right. My gosh,
Yeah,
my math was never my best subject in school. You
that's
know.
all right.
Now, Dom DeLuise was one of the people who said, "Please don't let Lamb Chop go away."
Very supportive. I'm not quite sure where the story came from that Dom said that I needed to do it, because it is a story that people keep asking me about, and I'm like, well, he was supportive, but it was my ex-husband who said, if you're gonna do this, because I was going around accepting posthumous awards for mom. And he was like, can't actually make a living doing that. But it was a number of people. I was very lucky that mom's master puppeteer was supportive, mom's music coordinator was supportive, Dom was supportive. So I had a collection of supportive people.
Now, I was watching by the way, your website, Mallory and Mallory
Mallory
Lewis
and lambchop.com.
and Mallory Lewis and lambchop.com is a really nice looking website.
Thank
I
you. I
commend
will
you on
pass
that.
that on.
I mean, and was Lamb Chop, was she the leading dog toy?
She's the #1 dog toy in the world.
Really? No, and I'll be honest with you, my dog, first toy I got her was Lamb Chop. Um,
I think it's because, so many of the younger folks are not having kids, understandably. This is not a world I would bring a child into at this point, but they love their pets. And if they were having kids, they would be getting their kids Lamb Chop toys, but instead they're getting their dogs Lamb Chop toys. And the very nice people at Multi Pet are doing a great job and have been for a very long time. It's not a business I am involved in. Long, boring story, doesn't matter. I think they are wonderful people, but it's I'm happy to see Lamb Chop in everyone's homes. Yeah, even if it does not benefit me personally.
well, my Lamb Chop toy was given a different first name, poor Lamb Chop,
Yeah.
because long story short, yeah, when you have a black lab, toys don't
Mm.
last long, okay?
No, they do not.
And
No, they do not.
so when she was carrying around Lamb Chop, I kept saying, "Poor Lamb Chop, she deserves better," you know. But
Well, we're very happy that she made it into your home and into your lab's mouth.
what
But
can?
the
Okay, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, no, go ahead. You're my
No,
guest,
it's just
please.
interesting because the documentary, the book that Nat and I wrote was really good. Had some, things about mom that you didn't know, but it really comes to life in the documentary. And I always say, people, I thank their outer grown up for bringing their inner child to meet their preschool pals, Shari and Lamb Chop. But although your inner child will be thrilled to see your old friends, you will be meeting mom as an adult. Like, you're not a little kid going, oh, look, there's Shari and Lamb Chop. You will get to know the woman that she was, not just the character that she played. And there will be no more wire hangers kind of moments.
Oh no.
But you will get to meet a very interesting woman who you only know a tiny bit of her story.
I was going to say, for being such a public figure, there is very little we know about her private life, isn't there?
Well, there wasn't, there wasn't the fascination with people's private lives back then to the same extent. And also, mom's private life, she didn't, she had a very strong internal life. She was very smart, very organized, and um, she was very successful. But there's no story. Oh, Shari Lewis found doing something fill in the blank naughty here. So it wouldn't have caught the attention of TMZ.
Right. And to be honest, TMZ and the social media and with the camera phones and everything nowadays, it was a different world back then.
Yeah. Yes.
People respected privacy a lot more back then, I believe.
Well, I don't think they respected it. I just don't think they had the means to breach it.
That's a good point. Very good. Yes. Um, when you do Lamb Chop, well, I don't want to say that. When you voice Lamb Chop, um, do you voice any of the other characters like
Yeah,
Hush
Charlie
Puppy?
and Hush. Yeah, of course. So they're on my TikTok page and my Instagram and
Okay.
tour with me.
When I guess what I'm going to ask you here is that did it bring back a lot of memories when you first started doing Lamb Chop and the other puppets?
Well, mom had just died, so
Hmm.
it wasn't I didn't have to go far to get memories. It was,
Yes.
a few months prior. So I love performing with the puppets. And I think they feel the same way. And it makes me feel close to mom to do so, of course.
I can hear my fans in my ears going, ask her to bring out Lamb Chop, bring out Lamb Chop. Oh, I see a hand going down here.
Are you ready? No, come on. Oh, it is a pleasure to see everybody, and I really hope that you all go to my movie. Not your movie, it's Shari and Lamb Chop. Yeah, that it should be called Lamb Chop and Shari. I know you think so.
And when does the movie come out again?
July 18th
Gee.
at the Quad Cinema in New York City, and then July 25th at the Lana Lee in Los Angeles and in Encino. And then it rolls whoop, like that out through the whole country.
All right. So, in like say in August, the whole country will be able to see it by then.
Pretty much, yeah. And then, of course, it'll be on the streamers, etc.
Mhm. Sherry. Oh my goodness, sorry, man. Lamb chop. How do you like Portugal?
I love Portugal. It's amazing. It's a hell of a lot better than the United States right now.
I tell you, what. I take it, Lamb Chop. You are politically active as well as your mother.
I sure am. Yeah, Lamb Chop and I speak at all of the rallies here, the No Kings rally,
Yeah.
etc. Mom would have been horrified at what's going on. And she always used her platform to speak out on causes that she cared about. And um, so I continue the tradition. Somebody actually said to me, puppets shouldn't be in politics. And I was like, you're effing president's a puppet. Like, what are you talking about?
I
You
think
take yours out, it'll be fine.
I think all politicians are puppets to an extent.
I
You know?
don't, I think that's a false equivalency. I think
Really?
that, yes, I really do. I don't think Barack Obama was a puppet. I don't think Kamala Harris would have been a puppet. And I think that we do ourselves a disservice when we say, oh, well, all politicians are bad. No, they're actually not.
Oh,
Just the ones that are in office right now
yeah.
on the Republican side.
Yes, indeed. I mean, I'm I'm trying to stay neutral here because but
I'm not.
I know it. And neither is Lamb Chop. And
No.
but the thing is that I tell you what, I look at the status of America right now and I wonder what's going to happen. Now, I mean, just now we had a Elon Musk formed a third party today.
I don't. I find, you know what? The saying that if you eat bacon and eggs, the chicken is invested, the pig is committed. At this point, I'll give up bacon and eggs just to have nothing to do with that hot mess there.
I tell you the
But
truth. I tell you the truth. It's really, yeah, it really
that's
is.
why the movie's great, because it's a great place to go and escape and touch back upon your childhood.
one thing I always loved about your mother and Lamb Chop too, when you had the TV show, oh, with the horse. Let me make sure I get the name right. It
Charlie
was
Horse Music Pizza.
Charlie Horse Music Pizza. My 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 children grew up. I grew up with your mother on the Ed Sullivan Show. My children grew up with your mother on Charlie Horse's Music Pizza, and I imagine my granddaughter will grow up with you and Lamb Chop and the other puppets
I
too.
love that. Well, tell your kids that they should follow me on TikTok and Instagram because my it is not a children's page. Kids shouldn't be on social media, little kids at any rate. So this is it is funny, kind, warm, and political. It is perfect for my biggest audience are women between 25 and 55. Um,
You mean tell me you don't let Lamb Chop surf the web?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't even let me push all the buttons. That's okay, because I'm all thumbs.
Mallory, that was so wonderful. I appreciate you bringing Lamb Chop out. I tell you what, the movie comes out July 18th, and it again in New York. When does it come out? Is that New York
July
State?
8th,
July
yeah,
18th. Okay,
at the quad.
at the Quad. Now it comes out later, probably the next week, correct? In the other
It comes out
places.
July 25th out in Los Angeles, and then it continues to unfurl around the country. You will be able to go to my website in the next 24 hours and see where it is going to be. So go to Mallory Lewis and LambChop.com. You'll see a full list of theaters and dates.
Well, Mallory, I and the book is still available.
It
You
is
can
on
go to
Amazon.
on Amazon, barnesandnoble.com, and go to brick and mortar store. Go inside to a your local bookstore, because that way you can order it and you do your local businesses a favor. I mean, that's something I always try to tell people. And Mallory, I really, really hope we can welcome you back to the United States in a
Thank
very
you.
short period of time because we miss you.
Thank
I
you. I appreciate it so much. I wish everyone the best of luck and go see the movie. It'll give you 90 minutes of peace and joy.
thank you so much, Mallory.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you for being
Appreciate
on Lights
it.
Camera Author today.
Bye-bye.